Lyria Amarin walked through the shadowed alleys of Emberfall, her cloak drawn tightly around her as the chill night air wrapped itself around the city. The narrow streets were empty at this hour, save for a few stray cats and a beggar dozing against a stone wall. Her footsteps were soundless, each step a calculated whisper. She had always been adept at moving unnoticed, a skill honed over years of evading the eyes of the Order of the Flame, of learning to navigate places and secrets no one else dared to touch. Lyria had spent years seeking power in the unlit corners of the world, walking paths most feared to tread. She had known loss, betrayal, and ambition, forces that had hardened her resolve like tempered steel. But tonight was different. Tonight, she was not here for her own gain. She was here because of a rumor. The words had drifted through Emberfall like smoke, winding their way from merchant stalls to tavern whispers. A boy, barely more than a novice bound to a dragon spirit, had entered Shimmerwood. His magic, unstable yet powerful, was said to hold the potential to restore balance to a land plagued by shadow and corruption. Kaelen. That was the name she had heard, a name that had sparked something within her, something that lay buried beneath layers of ambition and secrets. And more than the boy's name, it was the dragon spirit, Astra, that intrigued her most. A creature of light bound to a young mage could be the key to tipping the scales, to bringing order back to the chaos that had spread across Emberfall. Lyria knew Shimmerwood better than most. She knew of the Shadow Cabal's influence that twisted the forest, of the obsidian wraith that guarded its corrupted shard. She knew that to set foot in Shimmerwood was to risk everything. But Kaelen's journey meant something more to her, something deeper that even she struggled to understand. Beneath her cool, calculating exterior, Lyria was haunted by a past she rarely allowed herself to remember. There had been a time when a young Lyria, too, had sought a bond with a dragon spirit, hoping it might guide her to a purpose greater than the one the Shadow Cabal had promised. But that bond had never come. The darkness had taken root in her instead, feeding on her ambition, twisting her dreams. She had resigned herself to it, accepting that power came with a cost. And yet, perhaps there was another way. If Kaelen succeeded, if he and Astra truly had the strength to restore balance, then maybe, just maybe, she could find redemption in helping them. If she could guide him, protect him, even from a distance, perhaps she could rewrite the fate that had led her down such a dark path. She would not admit it to herself, but the faintest spark of hope had kindled in her chest, a warmth she had not felt in years. It was foolish, perhaps, naive. But she would not let the chance slip by, not if there was even a sliver of possibility. Drawing her hood tighter, Lyria turned sharply, her resolve hardening. The rumors of Kaelen's presence in Shimmerwood were faint, barely more than fragments pieced together from whispers. But it was enough. She would find him, and she would see if he was truly the one to bring light to the darkness. She glanced up at the night sky, the stars obscured by clouds. There was no dragon spirit to guide her steps, no benevolent light. But Lyria had learned to find her own path, to move through the shadows without fear. With a final look toward the distant forest looming on the horizon, Lyria began her journey to Shimmerwood, her mind churning with questions and purpose. Whether she would help Kaelen or manipulate him, even she did not yet know. But one way or another, her destiny was intertwined with his. As she slipped silently into the night, a wry smile played on her lips. "Let's see if the rumors hold any truth," she murmured to herself, disappearing into the darkness.